Believe it or not, I am shy in front of the camera. Interviews are so not me. But I look forward to seeing more of you guys in the future. I forgot what else she said.
Hey guys, you're probably familiar with me a little bit if you watch any of our videos. I'm James. I'm one half of Full Octane Garage. Kurt is the other half. This is Full Octane Garage South, as we like to call it, another word for my garage. And we figured it was time to introduce you to Driving with Melissa, who is actually my wife, Melissa, for the last 32 years. She's a car fan just like I am. I'm more the fan of the video and photography. She's really, as much as she has her own Facebook and Instagram for Driving with Melissa, she's pretty shy. And she's not really big with getting in front of the camera. But I've plied her with drinks this evening and talked her into coming down and spending a few minutes with us. I put a note out on Facebook and Instagram for some questions, and so I've gathered those and some that we had on our own, and so she's going to share that with us. Hopefully this arrangement works out and we get to see what she's got to say. So let me introduce Melissa with Driving with Melissa. Welcome.
Hi.
Have a seat. You comfortable? You nervous?
No. But I'm not really comfortable either.
All right. Yeah, suck it up. It's for the gram.
Hi, I'm Melissa with Driving with Melissa. I'm James's wife from Full Octane Garage. I am from Northwest Alabama, little town there. I've always been around cars. My daddy was a mechanic. He built automatic transmissions. My brother and brother-in-law also worked with him in a shop building transmissions at one time. My dad, at one point in his life, did some racing on dirt tracks. So I don't work on cars. I don't know a lot about cars, especially not today's cars with all the electronics. But when I was old enough to drive, he showed me how to change a tire, check the oil, all those kinds of things. My first car was a 1970 something. I think it was a 74, but I wouldn't swear to it. Plymouth Duster. It was Easter egg blue. I bought it because I could afford it. It was $800. My grandmother took a loan out for it, and I paid her the note every month until it was paid for. Again, it was Easter egg blue. And the thing I remember most about it was every morning before I could go to work, I had to go out and put power steering fluid in it because it had a leak, and I'd have to put power steering fluid in it every day so that I could get to work and back. Oh, my dream car. I don't know. I would say if I were choosing from a classic, it would probably be a convertible 65, 66 Mustang, red with white interior. Would have to be a convertible. That's what I've always wanted. As far as a modern car, I don't know. I don't know what my dream car would be. Well, yeah. I guess my dream car would be the Porsche, and I'm driving it. It's the 911, and I never knew that would be the kind of that would be the car I wanted until I drove it. And after I drove it, I fell in love. The cars in the garage that I have not driven would be the E-Type. I've not driven that, and I've not driven the XKRS GT. I haven't driven the E-Type because although I can drive a stick shift, I learned how to drive on a stick shift and I like it. That one's old. James loves it. We spent a lot of money restoring it, and it's kind of finicky, so I don't want to break it. I have not driven the XKRS because, again, we've had it right at a year. James loves it too, but it's very low, and curbs are not my friend, so I don't want to break it. I would say my favorite driving experiences are the rallies. I love doing the blacktop rallies and being with friends, and I don't drive when we do those rallies, but that's because I'm not comfortable driving in those settings around people and fast. And honestly, if James is in the car, usually I want him to drive. And if you're asking why, I would tell you, he's not very shy about telling me what I should or should not do. So it doesn't make for a good experience for either one of us. So I don't like being told what to do. So
So you'll drive, you just drive alone.
So I'll drive, but I'll drive alone. The fastest speed I've ever driven, I would have to tell you that I don't know for sure, because I would never speed on purpose, because I'm a rule follower. I follow the rules all the time. Well, sort of all the time. But I would say, if I had to guess, at some point or another in my life, I may or may not have hit 100. But, I love the Porsche. It's my favorite car that we've ever had. It's the favorite one we've got now. I love the color combination. It's not just a humdrum silver. It's almost got a sparkly champagne look with the red interior and the red top. The gentleman who built it did an excellent job. I love the interior. It hugs the road, and the Porsche is my daily driver. And even though I work from home, occasionally I'll have to go to the supermarket, and you would be surprised at what you can fit in a convertible 911. The last time I was at the market, I'm unloading the groceries, and I don't like using the bonnet, so if I can, I'll put everything on that passenger side seat. And as I've got this full cart next to me, and this guy walks by and he looks over and he says, "Is that gonna fit?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine." And it did. So if Louis Vuitton made a car, I would have to say that no, I would probably not drive it. While I love the bags, and I don't have any of their shoes, but I would wear the shoe if it was comfortable. I love shoes and I love bags, but I don't think I would drive a Louis Vuitton car. I wouldn't want that monogram print all over a car when I was driving it. Nope, that would not be me. If I had to choose shopping or driving, and if I had to choose a favorite, I would say hands down driving. But it's always good to drive and then shop, right? So you can. It's always much more fun to shop in person than it is online. Cars for my future. I don't know. I'm happy with what we've got now. Maybe something Italian, maybe a classic American muscle car like the 65 or 66 Ford Mustang. We would just have to see. Stay tuned. The future of driving with Melissa, I would say more rallies. I would love to go to Europe and Italy, Germany, I'd love it. I would love to go to the Porsche Experience Center. We actually had a trip there scheduled and it got canceled. But I'd love to, although my dad drove fast and loved it, I've never really had any training with that. So I would love to be able to go to the Porsche Experience Center, get on the track, and have some fun with that. Thanks for sharing my Facebook and Instagram. Leave comments below. Also, feel free to check out Full Octane Garage and their YouTube channel. If you're interested maybe in a Driving with Melissa YouTube channel, put those comments below also. We'd love to hear from you and hear what you think.
Okay, well, as James, I would certainly like to say thank you to Melissa for her patience, because this really isn't easy for her. I know I ask a lot, and my hobby is the photography and the video. I love to take pictures, I love to take video, and I love to share what I see with people, and I love to share the experiences that I have with Melissa. So, thank you, honey.
Anytime.
All right. And don't forget to click that notification button. You got to click it in order to find out future videos in the future, whatever that means. Thanks for joining us. You guys be good. How's that?
Okay. I should have drank more wine.
Trying to think about the ums. You know what I mean? When you're
I'm
talking.
really just not as happy as I was yesterday.
You didn't drink enough.
I know, I had one glass, but then I got sleepy.
My Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Thanks for subscribing
much
to the
to
Full Octane
remember.
Garage YouTube channel. Huh?
It's too much to remember. By the time you get to the end, I forgot the front.
Let me see if I can do this. All right, let's introduce yourself. You're Melissa.
I'm Melissa.
So where's James?
James is always behind the camera. Ask anyone who knows him, and they will tell you that James is always the one taking the pictures. Whether it be of the cars, of me, of other people's cars, of other people driving, James is the man behind the camera. That's what he loves to do.
A little behind the scenes. I've already pulled the H5 audio recorder and the Hero 8 just for some backup footage. But this is what it looks like when we put something together studio-wise. Looks a lot different from the front, I'm sure. But that's what we do. Kind of makeshift, but it works. I hope.